and I'm going to PayU is one of the India's leading payment service providers across sectors like enterprises, SMBs, and the startup community. PayUEdge is a knowledge sharing series that is product focused, where we discuss various topics of interest. Today's topic is travel season success decoded, smart trips, some smart tips to skyrocket for your travel business. And I have with me Parakram and Rahul from our PayU team. If you guys could just introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, very good afternoon. Hi Bhavya, hi Rahul. I am Parakram Singh. Uh, I head the travel vertical here at PayU. I've been here with PayU for 2 years now, and yes, it's been an exciting journey. Over to you, Rahul.
Hey everyone, this is Rahul Singhal. I lead product from international and cross-border standpoint as well as post-payment standpoints in PayU. And today we are here to discuss about how PayU can help our travel merchants in collecting payments.
And a bit about myself. Hi, I'm Bhavya. I work in the product marketing team at PayU as an assistant manager. So beginning with the discussion, it's just something that struck me a couple of days back is that we're in October, November, December, and it feels like this is a year's long weekend. There's that energy, everybody's planning trips, the festivities just happened, and it's everything is so fast paced now, right? Everybody here and there is just going places, and it just struck me that how much things have changed, how much travel has become easy, and it has enabled people to just pack their bags and go here and there, which is where the idea for this conversation came from. So Parakram, you've been leading travel at PayU. If you could just take us through what you've seen travel as an industry change and grow.
Okay, right, Bhavya. So, how the industry is changing, we have to look at a lot of factors here. So, first is COVID-19. COVID-19 has absolutely changed the way people travel.
Yeah.
Travel as an industry was one of the most impacted, or I can say the impacted industry which was there. But post that, the recovery for this particular industry has also been phenomenal. So, yes, that is one factor. Apart from that, there are various demographic factors that are there which are playing a very, very important role. For example, the rise of middle class. The rise of middle class, which has led to an increase in their disposable income, has resulted in more and more people traveling, and their means of traveling has also increased. And this has contributed a significant boost in the domestic and the international travel income. Apart from that, you'll be surprised, Rahul, to hear that in 2020 the middle class was at 50 million, which has grown to 200 million in 2020. So in 2010 it was at 50 million, it has grown to 200 million in 2020. So that is one part. Second is the ease of travel which is there. So when I say ease of travel, the number of airports. Let's talk. We currently have 140 airports in India as of 2022. As per reports, it is supposed to increase to 220 airports by 2025,
Udan initiative of the government.
and an initiative of a government. So
Yeah.
yes, that is one major factor. Apart from that, the ease of booking. So initially, we were all dependent. So Bhavya, I'm sure you would have also initially when you used to plan your travel, you used to be dependent on your travel agents, XYZ, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
now you have a mobile phone, and in that mobile phone you can easily book your trips, you can easily plan your itinerary, and everything is there just a click away. So that is there, and the government is also supporting. So when I say government, the Incredible India campaign that is there, the initiative that the government is running, and the diverse cultural and the places that are there here in India, they they are attracting more and more tourists, not only em- uh, emphasizing the local or the domestic travel to increase, but also international travelers have increased manifold. So yes, overall, the travel industry is witnessing a significant growth driven by factors such as rising incomes, such as increased accessibility, technological advancements, changing travel preferences, and the travel continues to evolve. And this industry is evolving altogether. Just to
Right.
give you some numbers, So the revenue in the travel and the tourism industry has reached to almost $18.9 billion in 2023. These are some numbers that I was just researching where we were coming here. So that way, so just imagine how big this industry's grown and how big it is going to grow, because it is going to increase at a rate of almost 15% year on year. So that is how big the industry is going to be. And apart from that, the best part here is that 59% of these bookings by 2027 is going to be online. So you can imagine how online or the digital ecospace is going to play a very important role here.
Right. I think a lot of what you say really resonates with me. Like from my childhood, I've seen, my parents booking through a lot of travel agents, a lot of tour operators, and there used to be a lot of anxiety while traveling a trip because every information is not available and every booking is not available. You have to figure a lot, on the way while you go there. But today, as a solo female traveler, also, I can get up today, book a whole package, and tomorrow I can just jet off. And I think this is like a testament to the fact of how much this industry has changed, and people like me, people like anybody now can just go on, make their travel plans and go anywhere and everywhere. And I believe that this probably is a very strong factor in the growth that the industry has seen, right, in the evolvement that has happened. And I'm sure that with this evolvement, partners, payment partners, something like PayU would also have had to evolve to help these businesses, cater to the changing needs of the industry. So how has that happened? Like, if you could tell us something about that.
Right, Bhavya. So PayU has more than 3.5 lakh merchants, right, Rahul? You can also pitch in here. We have the unicorns, we have the unicorns, we have big brands with across various segments, and we have majority of travel partners who are partnering with us across all aspects of their online booking journey, right? But here we also see, so travel is a very big industry, right? So in travel, you cannot categorize it as an industry. There are various sub segments which are there, which are part of travel. So when I say sub segments, there are major OTA players who are there in the market. There are airlines, and airlines also we see it is either domestic or international. There are hotel chains, the round of hotel chains which are there. There are rail booking that are happening. There are now bus ticketing, the bus ticketing apps that are coming up very aggressively. Car rental website, the tourism side of it, whether you want to go into medical tourism or you want to go into the spiritual tourism or anywhere. So there are various sub segments which we are present in, and the best part is that we have a specific solution in all these sub segments. So we don't cater to travel as a specific industry, but yes, these sub segments we have our own specialized customized solutions for all the ranges. Here we take it into three steps. So the merchants majorly face, or their main concerns arise into three steps. One is the prepayment side of it, second is the post payment side of it, and third is the in payment side of it. So when I say prepayment, their main asks are, uh, what all, how can I accept the payments, which all modes will be there, the basic, the main line, the main core of the business that is going to be, how am I going to accept the payments, which all modes can I accept, can i can I get the EMI facility there, and
How to increase
how
conversions.
to increase conversions. That's the
Right.
main part of it. Then there is in payment experience. Once they get the customers, once our partners get the merchants or the customers on their application, on their website, it is very important for them to convert it. So what are the challenges there? So they want those customers to go through the entire transaction, right? For that we have various flows, various SDKs that are there. One click checkout, 3ds SDK, in-app flow, and we have best in class payment experiences available for them with industry par or best in industry SR. Then the third part is the post payment experience. Okay, once that has happened, how can we help the merchants here in terms of the entire ecosystem for them, whether it is helping them in the cash flows, whether it is helping them with various refunds which are going to be there, whether it is going to be the wallets that we provide to them, or the data insights as to bring in more merchants. So yes, all these things we try to customize it for our merchants, for our players, irrespective of size or market they are in.
Right. I think my basic understanding out of this would be that your pre and post experience is a lot to do with managing your business along with the payment side of it, and your in payment is has a lot to do with giving the best experience to your customers. And as somebody like speaking for my generation, that in payment experience is really really important. I cannot tell the number of times I am really
Yes.
bogged down with how sometimes my payment would fail, or sometimes I'm running around to find my card to put certain details. And the one player, the one partner that gives me an ease for all of this, it will forever be my go-to partner no matter what. So I mean, it just makes a lot of sense. What I'm thinking now is that this is like a very well-rounded approach. We're talking about a lot of products, we're talking about an ecosystem that helps the travel industry. But Rahul, if I ask for your expertise in this, since you come from the product side of things, what would you say is like the go-to products, the best products that any travel merchant has to have to see the growth, to grow with the growth that the industry is seeing?
Right. So, Bhavya, frankly, there are many products and features which PayU offer, which are specific for travel industry, right? But for what first we have to understand is we have to understand how travel industry is distributed today, right? So broadly, in PayU we classify travel industry into three subsegments, which in first one includes major online travel aggregators, OTAs like MMT, Booking.com, Wire.com, or Ease My Trip. Second subsegment will be your travel operators, which operates their D2C web fronts. It will be hotel chains like Leela, Oberoi's, or airlines like Indigo, uh, Air India or Air India Express. And third one will be the offline travel agents, right, which were the tried and tested players since very long in this industry, right? So these are the three major subsegments that we in PayU divide travel industry into, and there are specific products for each of these players, right? Specifically, if we talk about OTA and D2C players, right? So PayU helps them at all the different stages which Parakram just mentioned, right?
Right.
Like for prepayment, we give them products like Offer Engine or EMI, which basically allow their customers to make uh, payment more affordably, right? PayU also offers a product like pay mode recommendation to the user, right, which tells them how a particular pay mode is behaving recently, whether it is a preferred pay mode for that particular user, so that he can just click and uh, go away uh, go away with that transaction right there and then, rather than scratching his head on how he should actually make that payment for. Uh, PayU also offers a platform called Data Insights to our merchants. Right, this helps our merchant basically acquire new customer as well as find out means of growing their businesses from their existing
Right.
customer base. So, apart if we move to in payment experience features which are available in PayU, Bhavya, it will include option for the customers to pay in their native currencies. Whenever an international customer is trying to pay, he would very much like to pay in his native currency
Right.
as an option, right? Uh, Providing customers with an option of native OTP experience on their screens, where they do not have to redirect away from the app or from the website. Then we also provide one-click checkout experience to the customers of our merchant, which basically helps them in improving the stickiness further. Moving to the post payment side of things, in the post payment experience, PayU helps a merchant in this category manage their cash flow with product or features like priority settlement, where we do almost instant settlement to the merchant's accounts, which as we all know, right, in the travel industry, all the players will have to make payment to the next party,
next party.
which
It's
is
a very big use
involved,
case.
and
They do
it
come.
requires a lot of cash flow to be maintained in order to achieve this, right? So that is where this particular product come in handy for our merchants. We also have instant refund functionality where
Right.
it helps a merchant give that experience to the customer that as soon as they cancel the ticket, money will be credited back into
Right.
their account and ultimately lead to more customer hook on the
Yeah,
merchant who's offering.
definitely will help customer loyalty. I am very indecisive in my travel plans. Those This refund functionality really helps me also.
Yes. Like similarly for travel, if we look at travel agents as a merchant, Bhavya and Parakram, right? So we'll see that mostly these merchants operate in the online offline space, right? But they would always want to provide their customer with an option to accept payment digitally,
Right.
right? So it's not like that everyone would like to pay in cash or
Yeah.
offline. India is already moving towards digital India, and hence one of the foremost requirements from merchants in this category comes like how do we accept payments from our customers without having any digital footprint
Right.
like website and app. And that is where PayU's tools platform comes in handy for merchants like travel agents, where they do not need any website and app. They can just go to PayU dashboard and generate a payment link or an invoice and send it via SMS and email
Right.
uh, to the customer. Right. So these were high level features and products which PayU offers. Coming back to the question that you were asking, Bhavya, pertaining to what are the key features which PayU offers and which are the bread and butter for the
For
merchants
the
in
merchant.
travel industry. For this, Bhavya, we have to go down to the root. Let's just first try and understand uh, what are the pain points of
Yeah.
these merchants, right? So there are majorly two pain points that I would like to cover today. One pain point would be for a merchant that how would I make my
Make
payments
offerings
more affordable
affordable in the
to
offering.
my offerings more affordable
Absolutely.
to my customers. Like we all know that in travel industry the average ticket size is generally very high, right? So uh, if a merchant who is providing options to the customer to make payment more affordably in parts will definitely succeed
Right.
in acquiring the customers interest over a period of time, right? Similarly, second main problem that we foresee is uh, for the
The
merchants is how do they accept international payments, right? So domestic is something
right.
which is reachable, is in reach of everyone now, but with the invent of this online space and digital tech savviness is increasing across globe, right? So our merchants would like to reach out to the customers beyond the Indian geography and would like to acquire payments from those customers, right?
Right.
So that's the second main pain point which we see for our merchants. And on the second point, there is one more very important aspect, which is while accepting international payments, how does a merchant safeguard their interest? Because there are a lot of international online frauds which happen. So that is also something that PayU has different features for, which will actually help merchant prevent. Before drilling deeper into these problem statement, I have just one question for you, Bhavya.
Yeah.
How many times have you come across that you have to cancel your bookings because your travel plan was basically overshooting your budget, and ultimately you have uh, to
Yeah.
either cancel it or
Yeah, the idea is defeated and you're left depressed because what can one do? So, yeah, I
absolutely.
get that.
Right, and sometimes it more so happens, right, that we have to compromise on the travel timings, right?
Travel times.
Whether uh, with our kids or with our family, we have to travel at odd hours, or we have to, let's say, settle for a cheaper
Cheaper
hotel
hotel.
because
Right.
it was out of our budget, right?
Right.
So, well, this is something where PayU's affordability suite of product actually helps our merchants
Hmm.
solve this customer pain point, right? Under the affordability suite of product, PayU has affordability widget, which is just a simple JS file which merchants can place on their on their product page directly,
Right.
right? And it basically tells the customer what are the different banks and brand offers which
That
are
are there.
running, which are running at that point in time, and what are different CC or DC EMI options that they are eligible for. If
From the business side also, this is one of the hot selling gig right now.
Absolutely. And see the kind of impact that it creates, right? You as a user, you do not have to go to the checkout page to actually identify
Right.
what you can afford, or what actually you would have to pay, right?
Right.
So you can upfront get that notification or that information that yes, I can convert it into EMI, or this is the no cost EMI that I can offer, or let's say I'm getting my 10% discount from XYZ
Right.
bank per se, right? And or let's say purchasing a Samsung phone, I'm getting a certain discount from Samsung directly, right? So this helps in influencing the customer's purchasing decision
Right.
when you show these things on the product page
Hmm.
rather than waiting for it to go in the checkout page. And at the same time, it also encourages customer to make more big ticket purchases,
Hmm.
which is also a plus point for
Right.
our merchants, right? So that's one important feature which PayU offers under the affordability suite. Then we also have, like we all know, right? EMI is the tried and tested
Yeah.
pay mode for everyone, even with the Gen Zs and digital savvy consumers. We have seen that there has been 220% rise
On
for EMI as a pay mode
EMI. Right.
in the post-pandemic era. That is just testimony of how EMI has grown
Yeah.
as a payment
Right.
option. Uh, and and in PayU we basically have a partnership with all major banks who offer CC or DC EMI, and even cardless EMI with players like Bajaj or Zest EMI or Simple for that matter. Uh, then another an affordability suite will never be complete without an offers platform, right?
Absolutely.
So PayU provides an offers platform which is just a plug and play product, right? There is no integration
Required.
which you have to do, right? And it provides you with a self serve dashboard where you can configure your offers, which can be instant discount,
Hmm.
no cost EMI offers, or you can have co-branded offers which can be configured on this dashboard. And as soon as you route your transaction through PayU, those offers will get automatically applied on the transactions. And not just on transaction, you can configure these offers at a user level, at a transaction level, and as well as at a campaign level that you are trying to run. And in this offer engine, PayU basically offers seamless reconciliation and settlement options to our
Right.
merchant to manage with the help of reports and analytics uh, option, right? So these are the broad level of affordability, different features and products that PayU offer in the affordability suite. And this is something how we solve for the first major pain points of our
Yeah, I think
of
I can
how to
relate
acquire.
so much here. I mean, when you are going through these products, all I can think is that it's literally going through my entire customer journey, and I'm going problem by problem. That okay, yes, if I see offers, I don't have to browse between so many sites. Okay, what is the eventual
Mhm.
cost going to be, right? I'm not going to drop off of one and go to the other. If I see offers, and mind you, like for travel, everything I'm seeing is for offers. That what is the eventual cost? Are you giving me 500, 600, 700 off? It's an important factor. And well, EMIs, as you said, I am part of that 220%. I mean, I so it's like a personal experience of me wanting to gift like a holiday package to my parents, and thanks to these EMIs, it was not really in India, but we planned a foreign trip for them. So yeah, I think it's just making so many
And
dreams come true for so many people, and it's all thanks to these products, which while they sound so technical, it's just something that I guess we want to use in our daily lives. I mean, as a customer, I can literally feel that okay, yes, this does make my life easy. So I
and
completely
just to add here,
with
Bhavya,
that.
it
Yeah.
is not that the merchants have to go around knocking the banks to get these offers.
Okay.
We are here to support
So it's-
all our partners with the best in class offers from all the bank partners that are there. From majority of the bank partners that are there, we get those offers sourced for our partners here.
right?
Right.
And Parakram and Bhavya, if you'll see, right? So in general, if you would go and make a booking, right, you'll first search for the same booking
Right.
across multiple platforms, and then basically do a price comparison at the end where it is more cheaper, more affordable for you as a consumer to actually go and book. So this ultimately provides a hook to our merchants for their customers so that they can come back and use their platform more often,
Right.
right? So this was about the first major pain point which we solve for merchants in the travel industry. Second important pain point is how to acquire international payments, right? So just one quick stat which comes to my mind is there is a recent survey which was done by WTTC, right? According to which there has been an increase of 80.46% in the spending that the international visitors do on the Indian travel industry in 2022 in comparison to previous years, post-pandemic pre-pandemic years, sorry, right? So it's like a tremendous growth that we foresee, and we would not want our merchants to miss out on this opportunity, right? So hence PayU allows their merchants to acquire payments from their international customers who are not based in India and across the globe, right? So, but there is one thing before we deep dive more into it, right? So, Parakam, you as a consumer, right? If you are trying to book anything in Singapore using a merchant's website in Singapore, right? You must have faced a problem that while trying to book, you are shown a listing of, let's say, Singapore dollars.
Absolutely.
Right. And
so
then
I just open my mobile and I try to convert it into
find
Google
out what is
convert
find out what is the current exchange rate,
current exchange
do the
rate,
conversion,
SGT to INR, the
Yes.
first thing that comes up.
So that's the biggest apprehension in mind of customers
Right.
which are sitting outside India and trying to
Absolutely.
make booking on Indian platform, right? So even though our merchants would want to acquire payments from international customers, right? Unless and until this apprehension is catered, customers will tend to move away from booking tickets using Indian platform because most of their listings are in INR.
In
And
INR.
yes, and primary reason again, there is no transparency here in terms of what is the actual amount that their issuing bank is going to charge to them, and second is what is the exchange rate that that the issuing bank is going to charge, right? So this is where PayU helps a merchant build that confidence with customer that they can pay in their native currency or any currency of their choice, which they are comfortable with. This basically helps in providing that transparency and that visibility to the customer that yes, this is the amount that I have to pay. अच्छा भाई इतना दिख रहा है मुझे इतना ही pay करना है. I'll not have to pay anything else later. I'll not be charged anything else later.
And that reduces the drops and all those factors that are there.
This further reduces the drops that we generally see on international payments, right? So SRs and international payments are generally lesser than what we have in the domestic play, and this is one of the primary reasons for that. And PayU has a product offering for this, which allows our merchant to accept payment in any currency from the customer. Plus, along with this, PayU also offers support for 134 plus currencies, which means that you can be anywhere in this world. PayU will accept payment in the currency that you would like to pay, unless and until it is not a sanctioned country, of course, right? So this is majorly about the international payments, right? So there is one more important tool which PayU has built on top of international payment, which is auth and capture.
That's our exclusivity.
Yes. So that's our exclusivity, which is providing capability for auth and capture functionality or pre-auth capture functionality, as many merchants would know, on international and non-INR transactions, right? Absolutely. So this is a very powerful tool which allows merchant to make the booking or block the funds in customer's account and actually make the debit when a customer has made up his mind that he do not want to cancel it, or the cancellation window for that particular payment has gone.
In fact, a lot of international airlines are coming and asking for this. I mean, it's a major use case.
It's a perfect perfect feature for the travel industry,
Right.
authent capture.
Right.
And believe me, whichever travel merchant that I meet, this is the first product which I'll say to them that take this. This will solve
Solve.
many. This will basically save many dollars for you.
Right.
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 So primary reason being that you don't have to pay any MDR unless and until you actually have made the debit, right? So it saves the MDR. It gives their customer the comfort that it will be instantly reversed as soon as the cancellation is made, right? So hence, auth and capture is something which is a very powerful tool in hands of our merchants, which they can offer even to their international uh, customers wanting to pay in any currency other than INR too, right? There was one more aspect of international payment that we initially discussed in our problem statement, which is uh, there are a lot of frauds associated with international payments,
Right.
right? So that is where PayU is compliant with the latest 3DS 2.0
Protocol.
protocol guidelines, right, of Visa and Mastercard. Which what these guidelines or 3DS 2.0 protocol helps a merchant with is it basically shifts liability of any fraud chargeback which happens on a fully authenticated transaction to the issuer. Right, so the merchants will not have to worry about any chargeback, which fraud chargeback, which comes on an international transaction,
Right.
as long as that transaction is fully authenticated. Right, so that's basically would give some comfort to the merchants who might be listening to this and are apprehensive about international payments, that there are guidelines in place, protocols in place to ensure that you don't have to suffer because of a fraud that happens.
Right. So I think, like you've mentioned, something like affordability suite and international payments, and the like depth of the solutions that is offered. I think they can simply count as the top two tips to really scale your business and take it to new heights, and which is where what we're trying to discuss as well. So thank you for sharing all of this. What logically comes to me after this is that while people merchants can really grow their business by using these solutions, there must also be a challenge to manage when you reach a certain scale. I mean, I'm sure that people are prepared for a certain number of transactions and you expect your business to do so and so. But when we have the right products in place, when we see that growth, how are merchants ensured of the capability to manage any such scale that is reached?
Right. So, Bhavya, PayU is synonym to stability in the market, right? So, we have an uptime of 99.95%, which is best in industry, right? And we offer best success rates to our merchants, owing to our deep integrations with the bank. At the same time, PayU systems are tested for close to 2000 TPS, handling 2000 TPS volume at a time, and our successful year-on-year sales season is basically testament to this fact. And that where we have helped e-commerce giants handle their festive loads during the month of September and October, right? Plus, PayU also offers a host of payments coverage across 150 plus payment options. So, all in all, I can say whether you bring whatever number of transactions or volumes you want to have, PayU will have you covered there.
Right. I think, this just sounds like a cakewalk right now, scaling, managing that scale. We have everything in place. And I think the entire journey, what we're talking about is you understand the pain points, you have the right products in place, and, you cannot stop the business to grow from. And this reminds me of the conversation I was having with you, Parakram, where you were mentioning, how you've personally witnessed journeys of certain travel partners, how they've grown with PayU. So, I think that's a great example here.
Right, Bhavya. So uh, there are not there's not one or two. There are many.
Right.
First of all, because we've grown with them. That is what a partnership is. They are not our merchants, to be very specific. We partner with them in terms of providing the solutions and everything. So I'm sure we are aware internally, but all the people who are there on the call, we were amongst the main players, partners in the Great Indian Festival. That is just the festival season that has just gone by. We were the ones who were there supporting all the major partners, obviously playing a very important and a pivotal role. So that faith itself from all the players across all the segments. So this was not only limited to few players; it was an overall festival season that was going on in the digital space which was there, and we were there supporting each and every one in all the ways and all the fronts. And the partners, they showed faith in us. So that is the first part to it. In terms of success story, in terms of a journey, I would say not a success story, or rather a journey. So one of the leading OTA players right now, 6 years back, we partnered together. Maybe PayU was also at a different level 5 to 6 years back. That partner was also at that level. I would not name it right now, but yes, with years and with things evolving and with things how the industry was evolving and how the changing pattern in terms of the behavior of the customers, how they were changing, how the spending patterns were changing, and in terms of new things that are coming in the market, we were there supporting them, partnering with them, and trust you me, Bhavya, Rahul, that player, we've gone on calls a lot of times. They've grown approximately 6 to 7x in last 5 years in this particular space. We are one of the leading players, and this doesn't happen overnight. We were there providing them best in class affordable solutions. We were there providing them with offer engines, getting best of offers that are there in the market, whether it is the biggest of the banks or banks which are currently emerging, providing them with all the international payment solutions, the best SRs that can be given to them in terms of the SR solutions, supporting them in expanding to various other geographies. So it's not only limited to India, but supporting them in terms of their businesses getting set up getting grown outside. How we were, in a way, helping them in expanding that market. So yes, so as I mentioned, it's not a merchant where we are. It's not a merchant where we who we partner with. It's a partnership that we get into,
Right.
and we grow with them.
Right. I think thank you so much for sharing that, Parakram. While we are reaching the end of this discussion, this seems like the perfect ending note, talking about smart tips. This is like a testament to the fact of whatever we've discussed and how it is helping businesses skyrocket, as we've put as, the discussion, the topic of the discussion. So, this is just like the vision, the mission, everything is just so out there. It's there within what you've shared. I just want to summarize this for anybody who's seeing what we've discussed today. We've gone through the evolution of travel as an industry, as a space, how much it's booming. There's a lot of competition, and it's time for everybody to just buckle up. We've delved into customer pain points. We've delved into key pain points for every segment of the industry, from air, like air. What do you say? Your travel, airplanes. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the word, but your hotels,
Yes.
your travel agents, somebody who's
Airlines,
an online place or an
airplanes.
offline merchant. We've covered pain points for each of them. We've talked about solutions for each of them, and how there is an in payment, prepayment, and post payment diversification. How we go through these problems with this perspective, and we're solving them across the board, across 360-degree view that we have. And I would like to thank you guys for being here. With this, I'd like to open the session to a few questions if we have any, and then we will close this. So I'll just go through them. I have a couple of questions for you guys. Um, there is a question about tracking payments. They say that, can they track payments for customer bookings if they're using PayU? Does that happen real time, or is there any other way of doing that? If any of you could answer.
Cool.
Yeah,
We
we
allow customers to track, merchants to track these bookings in real time
right
using
the
a
dashboards.
dash a dashboard for that matter. Customer can not only track their transactions or the bookings in real time, even they can track
The
how much
refunds.
amount is pending for them to be settled, what is the status of their refund, whether the refund has been successfully processed to the customer, what is the ARN of that particular refund. Uh, all these details are there and available on PayU's dashboard to any merchant who wants to obtain it. It's just from the dashboard standpoint. Even we have different APIs which we whitelist through which merchants can integrate and get this detail seamlessly.
Right. Okay. Uh, we also have another question about, so this is from somebody who's already engaged with PayU. They are wondering of the onboarding journey for something like international payments, since we just discussed it. If you could give them a brief, while our team would of course reach out to them, but if there's something that you can share here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to take this? Yeah.
So yes, so you can visit our PayU dashboard and go to settings, the pay mode tab, and raise a request there for the international payments there. Or you can drop in a message to your key account manager just in case you're not aware. You can get in touch with the care team, care@payu.in, and
Okay.
we'll get back to you.
Thank you. I think we'll just take the last question for this session. It's coming from within the travel ecosystem. There is a business, Jai Mata Di Travels. So they're wondering, they don't have a website, but they need solutions to accept payments from customers in a manner convenient or maybe for the digital age. Is there a solution for people who don't have websites and who want to accept payments in this space?
Mm. Yes, there is there are options of payment link and payment invoices, which merchants without any digital presence can access to. Right, they can visit our dashboard, and under a dashboard there are options to generate payment link and invoice, which they can send to their customers via SMS and email.
So don't worry, sir. This is how the journey
Yes.
starts. So
Right.
yes, we have a solution for
So this is the first product when a merchant gets onboarded on
right,
PayU they use, right?
right.
So
Okay, thank you so much. With that, we'll end the session. We wanted to speak about smart tips, and I think the takeaway from here, the smartest tip of all, while we discuss many, is to, I guess, partner with PayU, and we'll take it from here. We support people in skyrocketing their businesses while they help people, dream and travel and do what they want to do. So I think with that, on that note, we'll conclude the session. I thank both of you for joining. Thank you, guys.
thank
Thank
you,
you,
Bhavya.
Bhavya. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you.